largest mass extinction in the history of our planet identified, about 3/4 of all land life and about 95% of life in the ocean disappeared within only a few thousand years. On more than one occasion, the majority of all species became extinct, and already highly developed biodiversity shrank to a minimum A, again changing the course of evolution each time. Gigantic volcanic activity in today's Siberia and the release of large amounts of methane from the seafloor have been long debated as potential triggers of Permian-Triassic extinction, but the exact cause of the sequence of events that led to the mass extinction remained highly controversial. But now scientists from Germany, Italy, and Canada, by Professor Dr. Anton Eisenhower from Geomar Helmholtz Center of Ocean Research in Kiel, in cooperation with Helmholtz Center Potsdam GFC German Research Center for Geoscience, have for the first time reconstructed the entire cascade of events, at the time using a previously often neglected environmental archive, that is, the shells of fossil brachiopods. These are the clam-like organisms that have existed on Earth for more than 500 million years. We're able to use well-preserved brachiopod fossils from the southern Alps for our analysis. Dr. Hanna Jurokova, first author of the study, said, "These shells were deposited at the bottom of the shallow shelf seas of the Tethys Ocean, which is today's Mediterranean Sea, 252 million years ago, and recorded the environmental conditions shortly before and at the beginning of extinction. By measuring different isotopes of the element boron in the fossil shells, the team was able to trace the development of pH values in the ocean 252 million years ago. Since seawater pH is tightly coupled with CO2, concentration in the atmosphere, the reconstruction, and later was also possible for the analysis. The team used high-precision isotope analysis at Geomar as well as a high-resolution microanalysis of the state-of-the-art large geometry secondary ion mass spectrometer SIMS. And with this technique, we can not only reconstruct the evolution of the atmospheric CO2 concentrations, but also clearly trace it back to volcanic activity. So in other words, it was volcanic activity that could have been the result of this mass extinction event. The dissolution of methane hydrates, which had been suggested as potential further cause, is highly unlikely based on our data, explains Dr. Markus Gutjahr. The next step, the team fed their data from the boron and additional carbon isotope-based investigations into computer-based geochemical model that simulated the Earth's processes at the time. Results show that warming and ocean acidification associated with immense volcanic CO2 injection to the atmosphere was already fatal and led to the extinction of marine calcifying organisms right at the onset of the extinction. However, the carbon dioxide release also brought further consequence, with increased global temperature caused by the greenhouse effect. Chemical weathering on land also increased. Over thousands of years, increased amounts of nutrients reached the oceans via rivers and coasts, which then became over-fertilized. And the result was a large-scale oxygen depletion and the alteration of the entire elemental cycles. This domino-like collapse of the interconnected life-sustaining cycles and processes ultimately led to the observed catastrophic extent of the mass extinction at the Permian-Triassic boundary. The study was conducted with the framework of the EU-funded ITN project Baseline Earth, in which the use of brachiopods as an environmental archive was systematically studied for the first time, and relevant analytic methods were improved and newly developed. This is from Nature Geoscience on Message to Eagle. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.